Gilas Pilipinas making its return to the world stage in August. But before that, the Philippines was already making its mark when the Gilas program started way back in 2008. To look back at the so-called Gilas 1 tonight. We still have with us here former Gilas Pilipinas head coach Rajko Toroman and my brother, former Gilas Pilipinas player, Chris Tiu. All right. Hello, Chris. Long time no see. Coach Rajko, it's been over a decade now since the start of the Gilas program. Is there one moment that stands out for you the most? What is your most unforgettable moment in your years with Gilas?
All these 3 years with Gilas was unforgettable, because we start with collegiate play, we made some tryouts, we are looking some games, NCAA, UAP games, and we made some, and we start the program with very talented team, and we are working a lot every day. We are participating on each tournament in the world. Going together, and it was very, very nice time for me and for the team. I think that we choose very good players. We said tonight that still Barbaroja is playing for the national team, Marshall Lassiter, Greg Slaughter, Japet Aguilar, Hazul, he's still playing for. Even we recruited Chris Banchero, but he didn't join us in that time, and it was a nice journey. We had, I think that we have in that time great play and great captain of the team, Chris Tiu. He was a leader of this team. He was very professional in that time, and he was leading this team. And I think that we made good results, and everywhere where we play, Filipino was supporting us. When we come to Dubai, it was 4,000-5,000 Filipino who support us. We had a nice result on this tournament, and we didn't finish maybe the program, 3 years program, with the medal on FIBA Asia, but we were so close. We lost
Korea.
3 points we lost against Korea but we made a good result after 25 years. Filipino with not professional player were coming in first 4 teams in FIBA Asia.
How about for you, Chris? Is there one moment that stands out for you?
Positive or not so memorable?
Any.
Well, on the court, I think the most heartbreaking game was that against Korea in the FIBA Asia 2011 FIBA Asia Championship, in Wuhan, where we were actually in the semifinals. We had a great chance to make it to the finals.
Jordan, yeah.
We played Jordan, which we unfortunately lost. But we had beaten them in the elimination round, so we know we could have beaten them. And then in the battle for third, it was against Korea. We were up by 8 points in the last 2 minutes, I think, and then it started raining threes, and we ended up losing by, I think, 3 points. And that cost us, because if we had finished third place, at least we would have brought home a medal, and we would have been part of the wild card, I think. At least qualify for the Olympics. Was that for Olympics? Yes,
no, for the World Cup.
For the World Cup.
Yeah,
so that was pretty painful, but I think it made us stronger as individuals and as a country. I think because later on, the next FIBA Asia, the Philippines beat Korea here in 2013. Other memorable moments outside of the court, in Serbia, when we had we had tune-up games there in Coach Rajko's hometown. I remember Coach Rajko gave us a curfew until 11 o'clock. And then, so the whole team was together, and we got back to the hotel, and we said, hey, it's still early, maybe, maybe let's go out for one drink. So we all went out as a team, thinking that if we go out together, it'll be okay, and then come back as a team. So we went to this bar called Acapulco in the riverside. Nice view and nice music, and Coach won't agree. And then so the boys were having just one drink and enjoying the view, and then the next thing we knew, Coach Rajko was there at the bar, fuming mad. He didn't have to say much. I think he just turned red, and everybody just froze, and then we all just headed back to the taxi and straight to the hotel, and nobody spoke a word. And we were all shaking, and I think the following day we had the best practice ever in the whole 3 years. Nobody was talking. Everybody was going 100% full concentration. But that was fun. It's like in the movie Coach Carter when the coach, goes
Yeah,
to
the
fix
party.
the players. Yeah.
Okay, that was funny. But Chris, take us back a bit to when you found out that you were part of that team, when you were selected to be part of the pool or the roster for the national team. What was that like? Did you even expect that to happen for you?
No, not at all, because my dream was to play for the national team. But then I thought only the superstars of the PBA could represent the country. And then all of a sudden, here comes this new program with Coach Rajko heading the ship. And then with a bunch of cadets, who had just graduated from college or who haven't turned pro yet, were invited to join. So when I was asked, I thought, is this for real? Are we really going to represent the country in the major international competitions? Baka yung mga pocket tournaments lang or invitational tournaments here and there. But apparently, it was the real thing. So I would like to think we represented the country well, to the best of our abilities and to the best given the circumstance of Philippine basketball during that time.
Okay. Now, Coach Rajko, why Chris? Because look, he's my brother, but I don't think anybody in our family would have dreamt that he would be part of the national team. So, I mean, what made you decide to get him? And he was a very, very good player for you throughout the years, maybe best basketball in his career.
Yeah, he was. If I am talking about Chris, when we were guest team in PBA, Chris was playing better than in Renushine, because I think that everything depends from the system what we play, because Chris is the best player in a system. In a good system, he is the best. If you give him to play some ISO, some one-on-one, he's not that good. There is a much more better player than him. But that's one of the reasons why he was so good. He was 15, 17 points average, 7, 8 rebounds, 7, 8 assists. He was everywhere on the court. But what I want to say now, is that I have 2 basketball sons in my career. One is Iranian player, Samad Nika Bakrami. Second is Chris Tiu, because our relation, our understanding during these 3 years was very honest, and I'm very proud to have him like a player.
That's true.
I think I'm gonna cry now.
That's true, Coach, because
I only have one grandfather also. Basketball.
I don't...
My grandfather.
Well, he must like you a lot, Coach, because I don't see him and he's here in my show. It took me a few months to get him the first time. But Chris, lastly, what's Coach Rajko been for you as a head coach? I know you've talked a lot about Coach Rajko in the past, but I mean, just what type of impact has he had on your life, on your basketball career?
Oh, definitely. I think the values that I learned being under Coach Rajko, I carry on and I try to live out until today. Now that I've finished playing basketball, it's the value of discipline, I think, is best emulated, is best displayed by Coach Rajko. During practices, he would be there ahead of all the players. He'd be the first one, never 1 minute late from call time, not from the start of practice, from call time. He'd always be the first, even during weights sessions when head coaches don't usually attend. Coach Rajko is there. He's there before the players.
Players wish he wasn't there.
Yeah, so the discipline, the toughness during games, like you said, the little things, taking charges, getting the loose balls, playing tough defense. I'm not the most athletic, and I think Coach really pushed me to be a tougher player and to thrive in his system. I think he allowed me to show the basketball world, I guess, what I could do. If not for his philosophy, his system, and the opportunity that he gave me, of course, inside the court, I wouldn't have had the confidence that could have, made me, who I am today. Many more, but yeah, we can leave it at that.
I'd say I'd also have to thank him, right? But
Yeah, of course, and you, because you know, Coach Rajko, when you were 20 years old or maybe 21 years old, he gave you the opportunity to be his assistant coach, to coach the national team, and you know, look where you are today. I mean, how many coaches would actually make that gamble and put a 19-year-old kid or 20-year-old kid to assist him?
I have to tell something because I was talking too much about Chris.
No, it's okay.
I have to talk
this is
about the talented coach now.
you're my guest, so we'll save it for next time.
I just want to add one thing about Coach Rajko. I think what I really appreciate also is attention to detail and his passion for basketball. I think every detail during the games and after the games, he will remember every pass, good pass, and even the bad pass, the turnovers. The coach will remember you know, if we're not able to follow the play, or if we're late by a few seconds, you know, because timing is everything when in execution. And coach he knows it, and he observes every detail, and he will call you out on it, and he'll tell you straight to your face whether you're the team captain or you're the last player. He treats everybody the same way, and that's what I appreciate with Coach Rajko.
All right, well, guys, you know, I think we could go on
We could
forever,
go on, we
but
could
we're
always-
running out of time, so I'm gonna have to cut this short. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.